I've opened up some nasty hotels in Bloxburg before. So for once, I wanted to build the most luxury hotel Bloxburg had to offer. And this is all in celebration of us hitting
500,000 subscribers.
Honestly, guys, subscribers, Reese's Cups, I cannot thank you enough.
I want to again just say thank you.
Now, I ain't no selfish skank. And so to celebrate, I'm doing a huge giveaway of 3,000 Robux. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is 3 easy steps. Step 1 is just be subscribed to both my channels, which hopefully you are anyway, do you know what I mean? Step 2 is join my Roblox group, which is just called True Reese's. And step 3 is just comment down below a way I can contact you. So your Roblox username, your Instagram username. Now, back to the hotel video, guys. This is sort of going to be a two-parter. So part 1 today, I'm going to be building the entire hotel, inside and out. And then part 2, the next video, is going to be a grand opening. So I've been doing a lot of voiced role plays lately, and you guys have been loving them. So I thought, what better way to celebrate 500k? Anyway, I have been nattering for too long. Let me shut these big juicy lips and let's get started. Oh, and by the way, this isn't the hotel. I just bought this for the intro. So here we are, guys, on the hotel plot. And the first thing I started doing was just working out some of the dimensions. Because when you're building a plot this massive, you don't want to find out halfway through that something's uneven. And so this is sort of the rough architect. And I'm really scared I've made this bit too big. But at the end of the day, this has got to fit up to 50 people. So now that we've got the base in, it's time to actually pop the walls in. And within 5 seconds, I'd already started changing the layout from what I put down. There we go. Now we have a little bit more definition going on. And look how tiny I look. This is the only time I've ever been called tiny.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I also don't know where the mailbox is. I'm just like, when I got in and out of build mode, I just am spawning in a random place. Anyway, let's get started with the interior design. And you might be thinking, what? Aren't you going to decorate the outside? Well, I want to make sure I've got the interior layout before I start adding in all the windows. These 2 boxes here, I was thinking these could be like gyms and spas. And then, of course, this here is going to be the grand entrance. Now, I wasn't planning on having it 4 flipping stories high, but, you know, it's too late to apologize. And I guess, actually, it could work quite nicely because each level could have a corridor. And so in that case, we should probably hand select the elevators for today's video. Now, I ain't being no brokey, but no, I'm going to be using the elegant elevator because if you couldn't tell, this is going to be a very elegant hotel. I think if it's a really busy hotel, we might actually need 4 elevators, guys. That's $300,000 down the drain. And then, of course, we don't want that thing where you get, like, decapitated in the elevator. So I'm making sure to be quite careful with the floor. And so I placed that floor in, and I neatened up the elevators, as well as adding in the railings, so people don't fall and die on opening day. And oh my God, I cannot tell if I love or hate this. I really can't. I do need some pillars to make it look like this is actually standing. I would have liked them to reach the ceiling, but you know what I mean? Beggars can't really be choosers. And it's different. I'll give it that. It's a very different look. I think I might like this, actually. I always build the same sort of style, so I'm switching it up today. Love it! Anyway, what I was meant to be doing the layout, and suddenly I've just built the entire entrance. I'm going to chop off these end bits, and then we'll have this as the corridor. And I basically added a bit of a fiddle around, which sounds a bit sus, but just wait. And here we are. Oh my God. Sorry, I almost just blasted myself off to outer space in that transition. But yeah, as I was about to say, I'm going to give you guys a little update on the layout. I did realize I had a massive mistake and I had to like rebuild a bit of the side of the hotel. So the ground floor, I'm going to put it on screen so it's a bit easier. We've got the grand dining hall and then the staff kitchens and the public gym. In the middle, we've got the grand reception. And on the right side, we've got a grand sitting room. We've got the spa and we've got just like a laundry room where I'm going to put the maid. Then as we go up a level, as you can see, the dining room and spa actually continue. And then we've got a few different types of rooms. I don't know about you, but it's well hard to see what's going on without flooring. And in Bloxburg, you just literally have to span the floor until it lets you place it. And so it's exactly the same on both sides. So I'm going to show you this side. And essentially, this hotel is going to have 4 tiers of rooms. Actually ended up being 5. And as you can see, the standard rooms are 5x5 with a reasonably big bathroom still. Do you know what I mean? Like, I ain't giving you no 1x2 bathroom here.
And we have 1 premium room, which is quite a lot bigger, and you get a much bigger bathroom and even a bigger
And as you go up higher and higher, the rooms are going to get better and better. And so if that confused you, because it kind of confused me as well. Oh my God, there's so many doors. This is a normal luxury room with a kitchen, a bedroom, a bathroom, and a closet. And then I'll probably call this like supreme luxury room, which has that same kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, closet, but it also has a balcony, a second bedroom with its own bathroom and closet. And so I'm gonna just copy that onto this other side.
A few minutes later.
This is the penthouse layout. We've got bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, bathroom 1, bathroom 2, closet, 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 main living area. Okie dokie, guys. It is actually about half an hour later. I've become such a slow builder on this game, but you might notice quite a lot has actually been done. So if I take us down to the ground floor.
Basically, I've coloured everything, I've added in all of these panels.
Which might not sound like a lot, but there's about 50 rooms. And as you can see, I've definitely missed like so many walls. So we've now achieved the first goal of today's video, which was getting the layout in. Now I think it is time to decorate the exterior, which I'm excited for, but also terrified for. Like, I'm wondering if I should use custom windows or... Oh, I don't know. But you know what, guys? I think for once, I'm actually going to use the windows Bloxburg has to offer. This is so expensive. $469,000, guys. That is purely like elevators and windows and stuff. Now, I'm not going to lie, I struggled a lot with these windows, so I have saved you the pain of watching me place them all in. Alrighty, guys, you join me just as I'm placing some pillars at the back, but I was sort of feeling lonely and like I needed a little bit of a catch up. But are you ready, guys, to see the front? I know. I think I'm actually very proud of how I managed to make this look. Yes, it's very busy. Yes, there's a million windows, but that's sort of the idea when you have a hotel. But I've already been filming this for 3 hours and I'm still on the exterior. And I'm sort of loving this. So if you guys want me to do like more big builds in the future like this, make sure to let me know. Do you fancy a break from working at Pizza Planet? Well, True Reese's Grand Hotel is for you. And I genuinely have never had a build that looks just as good from the front as it does on the back. The ambience of a hotel is probably one of the most important parts. So this is going to be the biggest chandelier the world's actually ever seen. It's going to have to be dangling from the 5th floor down to the 1st floor.
So we're gonna have 4 of these Victorian ones.
And I quite like to put them on the small grade because it makes it look like really full up and luxurious. Look at that. If that wasn't enough, which it simply wasn't.
I'm then gonna incorporate 2 of these ones as well.
But even that, guys, is not anywhere near enough to light this up. So we're now going to be moving on to the more regular lights. That don't look bad at all, does it? Looks like the back rooms, mate. Oh my giddy aunt. The only other thing I could do is add some lights on the roof or in the roof. Oh. Hopefully no one looks on the ceiling of this. I actually did spend 200k on lights. We only have 1.1 million left. Oh, heaven help me. I actually think I've mostly eaten with this. And so now, my dearest, it's actually time to get some furniture in here. We've got the front door, we've got the back door, but babes, we ain't got any furniture. Where am I going to be checking in? Oh, I am going to be using the modern counter. Just because this one, look at that, guys. And if you're looking at any of this, by the way, guys, I'm thinking, ew, that looks weird. I am going to try my hardest, like, in between this video and the roleplay video to, like, neaten everything up a little bit. And I very much know people don't like queuing, so I might just add in a couple of railings so you can see. Like, babes, there's 3 different queues, okay? Don't be pushing and shoving. And obviously, I've just realized we're going to need to pop the prices somewhere. Okay, guys, welcome to my step-by-step tutorial. The first thing you're going to want to do is select the painting. This is 615 times 800. Now, I like to use Pixar, and then I go on to custom size and then put in the size of the pixel. Now, once you have done that, you're going to want to go into create on the Roblox page, and then you're going to click creations, development items, decals, upload. Simply press upload.
And then this final step is the most important. You don't want to go to decals, you then want to go to images.
And this number in here is your decal. That's actually length. This part here is going to be the actual waiting area because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be having to wait. I'm going to literally have, guys, a whole staff of people who like go and clean the rooms. Lovely. So we've now got space for a few people to sit down as well. And that then leaves us with these spaces here.
1 hour later.
And once again, guys, quite a bit of time has passed. Oh, I'm looking at the back of a sofa. That's me when I try and do cool camera angles. But look at this. Oh my god, it's almost perfect. I'm definitely going to make a few tweaks off camera. So I think the next thing I want to do is some bedrooms because this video is probably getting very long right now so you need to actually do a hotel room. So not to be basic, but as soon as you step foot in here, it's going to have the same floor as the other. It's going to have the same floor as the rest of the hotel, but it's going to have a whole different like new color scheme inside. Also, because outside is like a little bit raised, I'm going to have to add a step. And it's all about the finer details in this this build today. So
I'm going to add a structural.
ta-da! I want this room. Well, I can get it anytime. I own the hotel, mate. So as I said, I don't know if I even want to give the penthouse a kitchen. It almost feels like just too bougie to even have one. But it's going to be the only room in the whole hotel that actually has a dining table. And I think having a dining table in your hotel room anyway is quite a flex. Now, this whole other area is just going to be seating because I worked out the other day, hotel rooms are just a bunch of seats. This here, I guess, can be the lounge room. I actually feel like I'm having a seizure. Why is there so many textures going on here? Oh, does plaid look nicer? Oh my God. It's like really hard to find a texture that looks nice. Oh my God. I never thought I would use this texture. Why does that look so good there, though? And wonder bar, that is my beautiful little room. So now we've got 3 different bedrooms to do. So I think if you're staying in a penthouse suite, you're probably going to want 2 big bedrooms. And then maybe you're even going to want like a little kids room. Oh my God. Get out! What does he think he's doing? He's sticking all up in here. And this is what I've come up with for the bedroom, guys. So I haven't quite done the other 2 yet. I have sort of like picked the colors. I thought a pink kids room's cute, a blue a guest room. But you might be looking around this bedroom thinking, Reese's, where are they gonna get ready? Well, did you forget that we have one of the world's best closets right here? It's a weird one because I don't want to add like a bunch of clothes because you don't show up to a hotel and have a bunch of clothes already laid out for you. So what I think I might do is the old thing I use, where I make this and I make it empty. Honestly, guys, is it just me? But when I go to like a hotel and stuff, I never actually use the wardrobe. I just like throw my bag in. And I've just realized all of this is mid-grey. That is so sad. But if you think I'm going and changing all that now, then you are solemnly mistaken, my dears. But lovely, this is beautiful. A little bit dark, of course, because there's no lights in here yet. I kind of want a different floor in here. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, this is where the vanity is going to be. And the final room, I think, is the bathroom. I want like a walk-in shower. We've got to remember, this is the penthouse suite. So we're going to have a nice piece of glass. One-way glass, guys. Do not tempt me into spying. But okay, that's the shower. We're definitely going to need some sort of like shelf. Because that's the other thing. I love like stealing the soaps from home. I mean, what?
And I'm actually going to face them the other way because I don't really like when all the writing's on show.
Anyway, they're obviously having a separate bath. Then here, I'm going to have the toilet. And I was toying with the idea like to make it a bit more private. And because you're in the penthouse, I'm going to give them some complimentary perfume. And honestly, I think adding anything else might clutter it. So I'm just going to add in the lights. All right, y'all. About this point in the video, I stopped like recording building commentary because I'd actually been sat there for about 4 hours straight. Like, this is a panel. And so I took a little break. I had some lunch, pesto pasta if you're wondering. And then the next few minutes of footage are basically, I spent the whole rest of the day, like 10 hours straight, just building the entire rest of the hotel. Now, I don't know who the hell goes to the gym when they're on holiday at a hotel, but I wanted to add one because this is, after all, a 5-star hotel. So I wanted to get rid of these windows because it's nice. They look from the outside. They look absolutely jank from the inside, mate. Killing my vibe. So I covered them up with pillars and basic shapes, as you can see right here. And then, yeah, a gym's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? I just filled out with all of the basic gym equipment, and that was that. All right, squad. Next up was the grand dining room, which, fun fact, this actually ends up being my favorite room. And I'll show you the whole hotel, obviously, in a tour at the end. But I just wanted to make it like a proper fancy place. And if all these fat upper-class guests are going to be eating, there's going to need to be some servants in the kitchen to cook for them. And so that is what I built next. And I'm sorry, this broke the bank account, mate. If you've played Bloxburg before, you know how flipping it's bent to the commercial appliances. Every single appliance in it was commercial. And don't think I missed anything, guys. I added toasters, I added deep fryers, I added blenders. I even added like candy floss machines. So no matter what these people order, they're going to be getting it. Now, some hotels actually have something called afternoon tea, which is where you don't have to be staying at the hotel to go in. You can just be a rando off the street and you can go in and get afternoon tea. And so that's what this little room is here. Just a lounge room where hotel guests or randos off the street can come and get a bite of it. Flipping hell, mate. I skipped ahead a bit on the spa, didn't I? Sorry, I must have forgot to record this because I was so concerned this whole way, guys. My computer storage running out. That's why this whole part is so sped up. But yeah, the spa is one of my favorite rooms as well. I know I've said that so many times, but babes, look at it. It's literally like the perfect zen area. And apparently that's all my lazy butt decided to record. So it is now time for the fully completed hotel tour. Well, almost completed. Oh, and if you're wondering, yeah, this plot values at $6 $1,000,000,000. That one hurt. Now, it is obvious the exterior actually ended up looking pretty amazing. Obviously, there's a bit of light. Don't know what's going on with the lighting down there. But we're going to ignore that, okay? I'm going to neaten it all up before the role play in the next video. But as we usher our way through the front doors, guys, you are met with this delicious entryway. I mean, it's just like, it actually feels like a real life luxury hotel. I feel like I'm in the Ritz, guys. I'm going to have like some people playing piano here. Yeah, as soon as you walk in, this is where you're going to obviously go up to count and check into your room. Oh. There's obviously still a few like random mistakes like this.
All of this weird lighting is actually because I've made a pretty cool room system.
So when I actually use this hotel, when each room gets filled up with a guest, they're going to turn off the green light and turn on the red one to show that it's occupied, which I just thought was pretty cool. And as you can see, I didn't even realize we have 18 rooms. That is so many. So if we go to the left side of the hotel, I just love the ambience of even the corridors. But the first room we have on the side is the gym, and I made all of these custom decals as well. Now, the gym, in my opinion, looks absolutely awesome. I think it's the roof that really does it. But yeah, who uses a gym when you're on holiday anyway? This is more just for decoration. Now, we have a couple of these staff-only rooms. This one is just the kitchen, which goes into the dining hall. And oh my God, guys, I'm not joking. This room costs 300 grand. Like, these lights, each of them cost $5,000, and I think I placed 30 in this room. But yeah, so I was trying to think, like, when you're at a hotel, you sort of have a buffet breakfast, but then I'm going to number each of the tables, and so you're also going to be able to make orders from the kitchen. Oh, and hi, Reese is from another future. Yes, I feel like I'm in about 500 different time zones in this video. This is like a few days after I filmed the original clips.
And I just wanted to show you guys, I actually did add the table numbers, and I feel like it just looks so much better already.
And also, I was about to say, oh, the garden's not done. Now, another massive thing that I haven't done yet is the back garden. But honey, now it is. So this is what the back garden looks like. It's nothing special. I just added a basketball court, a football court, and like this pool in the shape of some sort of spaghetti. Now over on this side, we have another sitting room, which is called the afternoon tea. Another staff only. Oh my God, get that off my screen. This is gonna be for the maid. And then the final like main community room is the spa. I'm actually very impressed with how the spa turned out. And so there's a couple of lounging spaces there. And then if we go up, sauna, hot tub area. And I've added a lot of these like robes around, which are meant to look like this type of spa robe. Now, if we go back over to this little reception area, as you can see, there are 5 different rooms as we show. And back to future Reese's. I'm going to be showing you all 5 of the rooms right now. So obviously there ain't no rooms on floor 1. I mean, this is the community rooms as we've just seen. So there is a total of 8 standard rooms, which is a little bit insane, but they all have a slightly different style and color scheme. So for example, this is a blue one, and then just down the hall here we have a red one, and literally their closet and their bathrooms are all identical. And so it's actually, oh my God, by the end of this, guys, I was actually going crazy. I'd built 8 of these bathrooms in a row. Honestly, guys, I just want to blow my head off. Now it's exactly the same over on that side, but here are another 2 premium rooms. Now these rooms are actually pretty different in size, so I was debating like making this maybe premium plus or something, but nah, it's just luck of the draw whether you get a good premium room. So as you can see, it's obviously much bigger than the standard room. You get 2 beds as well in this one, and you get a far bigger bathroom. And then in this one, do you see what I mean? It's kind of a little bit of a bigger room, a bit of a bigger closet, and a much bigger bathroom for the same price. But as I say, that's just sort of luck of the draw. Now, if we go up to floor 3, this is where we're going to be looking at the luxury rooms and the 2-bedroom luxury rooms. Not the most catchy name in the world, doesn't exactly roll off my double chin. So if we go down this corridor, we have a normal luxury room in here. You get a kitchen and a dining table rather than a living room in this one. And then the bedroom is also bigger. And oh my God, I didn't realize the closet was this big. And the bathroom as well. Jeez. And if you thought that was good, guys, opposite is the luxury 2-bedroom. So it's exactly the same, just with an added bedroom, bathroom, and closet. And again, guys, that is exactly the same on the other side. And we even have some more standard rooms up here as well. Now, I know what all of you cheeky monkeys want to see. The penthouse suite. So when you're on the penthouse suite, you literally get the entire upper floor just between penthouse 2 and penthouse 1. Now, you guys actually saw me build this because I was like still recording at this point.
I have added some extra details levels.
Obviously, this is immediately the best room by far, and it has bedroom 1 with a closet and a bathroom. It's actually one of those Jack and Jill went up the hill. It leads into the second guest bedroom, which also has its own closet. And then, as I showed in the video earlier, you also get this massive master bedroom with the biggest closet and the biggest bathroom by far. So there we have it, guys. That is probably the biggest build I've ever done for a video. I'm literally so excited for the roleplay in this hotel. Grand opening next video. And if you don't want to miss that, maybe join my Instagram broadcast group, because that's where I post about the role plays. But once again, thank you guys so much for 500k subs. Here's to 500k more. I'll see you in the next video.